I'm here with Orange Rex, here at lotuscomics.com. How you doing today?
I'm good, how are you?
Absolutely. Here you go.
Hey, thanks.
Absolutely.
Just what I've always wanted.
Well, so tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I am an entertainer.
Cool.
What do I do to entertain? Really, whatever is required of me. My skill set is varied. What I'm mostly known for is fire. I do fire in several mediums. I juggle fire, spin fire, breathe fire, and eat fire.
Awesome.
I'm not a Burning Man guy, though. I'm more of a kind of a soloist in that regard. I don't never really bought into the flow scene. I think I'd become lost in it.
Okay.
I think if I showed up at a Burning Man, I'd never leave. And so I have yet to go.
See, I'm a big fan of yours. I think that what you do is like absolutely awesome. I've heard that you've worn orange for the last 10 years.
Every day for 10 years.
Really? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, like I said, I have a skill set. I do balloon animals and juggling and fire and stilts and all of these things. And I found myself, whenever I would get calls from agencies and people, they would call and say, "We'd like a juggler."
Cool.
Okay. And then I'd quote them a rate, and then they'd call back and say, "Oh, we went with someone else." And what I learned was they went with the cheapest guy. And I said, you know what? I need to stop being a juggler and start being an entertainer. Stop being a stilt walker. Be an entertainer. And so I decided I would come up with a character. Well, but I didn't want to create a character out of thin air. I wanted to be myself.
Right.
Because I'm a character. I mean, the things I do, I've always dressed different, looked different, acted different, had different hobbies. These are the things I've always been from as little as I can remember. And so I started dressing in very bright colors, bright colored suits. One day I just happened, probably for no other reason than laundry.
Okay.
Like I happened to have a pair of orange pants and an orange shirt and an orange hat, and that's what I threw on that day.
Okay.
And as I went around throughout that day, several people referred to me as the orange guy. Oh, there's that orange guy. That orange guy. Oh, do you know Rex? Yeah, he's that orange guy. The orange guy. The orange guy.
Yeah.
And I mean several, like a dozen or more people, without me prompting them, use the term orange guy.
All right.
And so it clicked in my head, and I said, all right, I'm going to be the orange guy. And so very next day, I grabbed a few $100s. I went to the thrift store and came home with, I mean, literally nothing in the basket that wasn't orange. Orange face, orange picture, orange hat, orange socks, orange shoes, anything I could find. And I told myself, okay, for the next month, whatever you buy, it's orange. And strangely enough, it even transferred in my own head to things like orange juice and oranges and orange jello and frozen foods that came in orange boxes. And I mean, it kind of became almost a
signature?
A stick, really, in the beginning. In my own head, it was me making fun of myself, of extremism. There was kind of in the beginning, a lot of philosophical thought behind, if I can find anything in orange, that speaks an awful lot about the nature of freedom. Okay. In other words, not only can I buy a hat or a toaster oven, I can buy it in orange. I can find an orange hat or an orange toaster oven.
I hear you even have like orange furniture.
I have, yes. I mean, pretty much everything you own. Do you own a couch?
Yeah.
I've got an orange one.
Nice.
Got a chair?
Yeah.
I've got an orange one. How about a toothbrush?
Okay. Yeah.
I've got an orange one.
That's awesome.
Yeah. If I can find hairspray in orange, well, I don't think I'd buy it. But if I had hair, I would buy the orange brand of hairspray.
That's awesome.
And what it has done for me over 10 years, and I mean it has been every day for 10 years, is it's created a singular, unique association with the people. Okay. Kind of a mental association. In other words, whenever they see something orange, such as this. For instance, when I came, what did you do? You got an orange. Why did you get an orange? Because I'm the orange guy. Right. And so it gives a chance every time someone encounters something orange, whether it be a traffic cone or a piece of item in a clothing store or a car or a picture, people think of me. And that is how you build a character.
Do you like oranges?
I love oranges.
Well, that's great.
And tangelos and tangerines and all of those type fruit, citrus fruits.
Well, so here's a question: do you have a definition of how you would define an entertainer?
Well, I'll start with my definition of an artist. Okay. And my definition of an artist is this: lots of people paint, draw, sculpt, these sorts of things. To me, they're painters, drawers, and sculptors. Okay. An artist is someone who lives their life and sustains themselves by producing art. And that is what I do. I don't have a 9-to-5 job.
Right.
I'm not a banker who juggles.
We can relate to that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the same gig, so
Right.
I can very much so relate to that.
And to me, that's what makes an artist. And so what makes an entertainer? One whose art is for the purposes of entertainment.
And so basically you're saying art would be something you would define as something passionate about around what you do.
Well, an artist generally, to me, if they're a good one, has a message.
Okay?
And, my message is pretty simple. Life is beautiful. Like it is to be embraced. It is your path.
Right.
No one can tell you how to walk it, where to walk it. They will try.
Right.
Your whole life, people will tell you that's not right, that's not good enough. Or in some cases, because you do that, you're a nerd. Because you do that, you're a geek. Because you do that, you're not normal. You're
Right.
abnormal. You're strange. You're weird. You're whatever. That's beautiful to me.
So what would you say your symbol would be by dressing in orange? Symbol meaning
Well,
what you've created thus this far.
yeah, look beyond yourself.
Okay?
Like notice things. When
Okay.
you go out in the world, look, like a traffic cone, it's designed there as a marker to tell you to go a certain way.
Right.
Well, I'm telling you, go a certain way.
Okay.
And that is where you want to go.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's my message, is to look at me and go, hey, caution. What's the caution about? It's telling you that you're trapped, that you're stuck in a lane, that
Okay.
you need to change lanes. You need to go with the flow. You need
Yeah.
to get out of the rut that you're in and follow what it is truly you believe in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great message.
I mean, it's happiness. It's love yourselves, love one another, and everyone has a gift. Everyone. And we waste them.
Oh, well, yeah, I can see that.
We waste them.
I can definitely see your point.
I mean, we waste our gifts through a society that tells us that, oh, we need 95% of our people to be employed. Why?
Right.
Because 40 years ago, it was 60% of our people, because our women stayed at home.
Right.
Now they work. Why? Because they were told it's time for a revolution. It's time to be equal. I don't want to be equal. I don't want to be equal. Every single one of us, we're all unequal. That's what makes us great. That's what gives us strength. You heard the phrase, 2 heads are better than 1?
Absolutely.
27 heads are better than 2.
That's true.
I mean, the more people that you bring into your life and into your world, and you accept their gifts, don't criticize them, don't belittle them, encourage and nurture them, the richer and fuller your life will be.
I totally agree.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you for meeting with us today.
Hey, no problem.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming into the show. Stay tuned, guys, for Orange Rex and the live performance and demonstration he's about to do. Come see us on Lotus.com. Check us out on Facebook, Lotus Comics. Look, it was really much so a pleasure.
Hey, thank you, Chad. I'm so
Absolutely,
glad that you guys called me up. Like I said, you guys be sure to check out Lotus Comics and what they're doing. Very exciting stuff. If we'll take a moment, I'm going to go outside and do a live demonstration of some fire breathing.
Sounds great.
All right.